Welcome to GC 360. I'm Elliot Payne.
And I'm Meredith Barnes. It's Valentine's Day, and love is in the air on the GC campus. We took a look at what students are saying about this controversial holiday of desire and disdain.
We will also give you the story of an annual charity event on the Georgia College campus that is sure to make you groove and shake.
And later, we will have an interview with one of our very own reporters about her experience with a dangerous fate. All that and more, only on GC 360.
For some, life is a dance that you learn as you go. For others, life is a chance that you fight to know. Children's Miracle Network hospitals provide hope to millions of sick children and their families each year. Reporter Megan Rochester shows us how Georgia College has boogied for bucks for this very special cause.
The Centennial parking lot was full Saturday afternoon and evening, but not for the normal athletic game contest or tournament. Hundreds of students and volunteers gathered to participate in a Georgia College Miracle event. Georgia College Miracle is the largest fundraiser on the GC campus, and proceeds benefit the Children's Miracle Network Hospital in Macon. Their biggest annual event is called Dance Marathon. Participants stayed on their feet for 12 straight hours, dancing and playing games while local bands performed.
We'll drive tail light, circle, roll down the window and turn it on up.
My name is Vanessa Whited. I'm the Public Relations Chair for Georgia College Miracle. We are here at our signature event, Dance Marathon. We're the largest fundraiser, and so all year we work to fundraise for the Children's Hospital, and then Dance Marathon is our big celebration. So we all get together with different people from campus, and we celebrate this huge milestone that we're making for the hospital. I get to do all the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we have an event hashtag, which is GCDM13, and everyone's utilizing it, and it's awesome. You can look at the hashtag, you can scroll through all the pictures, you can see what an awesome time everyone's having. FTK is our big Dance Marathon's a nationwide thing, and FTK is what it's like our motto, it's for the kids. Everything we do is for the kids. We're here standing for 12 hours for the kids. We're raising money for the kids. It's all for them.
This year, GC Miracle's Dance Marathon raised $42,117.90. To be a part of this worthwhile movement to help ailing children, check out the GC Miracle page on Facebook and Twitter, or visit their website at www.gcmiracle.com. Reporting for GC 360, I'm Megan Rochester.
To national news now, with an impact locally. On Tuesday evening, President Barack Obama gave his first State of the Union address as a second-term president. He delivered the speech in front of a joint session of Congress, as well as many television viewers. Some of the key issues included the economy, climate change, gun violence, and immigration. With the economy being a hot topic of discussion, President Obama called for the first increase in the federal minimum wage in 6 years. The goal is to increase the minimum wage to $9 an hour by 2015. The aim is to help people working minimum wage jobs to make a living, specifically students paying their way through college. President Obama also announced that 34,000 troops will be withdrawn from Afghanistan, and that by the end of next year, the war in Afghanistan will be over. Gun violence was also a prominent issue, with over 42 victims of gun violence present at the speech, including family members of those lost in the Newtown, Connecticut shooting in December. President Obama cited recent proposals that would make purchasing a gun more difficult for criminals. The speech was one of optimism, and the President announced that the State of the Union was strong.
Last week we discussed one student's effort to organize a new way to strengthen the Milledgeville community. He called it the plenum. Reporter Natalie Sharp went to the forum to check it out.
The plenum, an open forum for anyone in the community to propose solutions to social problems, met Thursday, February 7th in MSU Donahue Lounge. Though it seemed at first that turnout would be modest, a mere 30 minutes into the meeting, nearly half the room was full. Audience members included students as well as a professor and even a couple of longtime Milledgeville residents. One by one, they addressed their concerns.
Where you can buy like block meal plans, you have a card, you can swipe in, different plans depends on like when and how many times you can come in. I always thought it'd be a great idea for communities.
They had previously gone to the Gibb Center and had arranged it with them, and they said that they would have had like their full support, and that they thought it was a great idea, and that they told them to go to Sodexo and make sure it was all right with them. And then that's where they were stopped.
The roadblock.
The problem of living here myself as a member of the community, been here about 13 years. The problem, as you may have heard, Georgia power plants going to be closing
Plenum planner Michael Russell listened and took notes as the people let their voices be heard. He noted that fixing problems might take effort, but that by working as a team, everyone could enact changes.
Probably most of our projects are going to start with research. It'll be seeing what else is going on, what else is something to do, what else can we do, you know? And then once you research it, come back to the plenum, say, well, we went, and this is what they said. Now what do you say? What do we say what we do now?
Russell hopes to attract more concerned citizens in the future so that the plenum can be a real force for good.
It's about how many people can we get to come here. That's really the only thing that's holding us back from actually having the power to, you know, among ourselves conduct that kind of thing in our community. You know, it's really liberating when you think about it.
The next plenum meeting will be held on March 7th at 5 p.m. in the same location, MSU Donahue Lounge. Reporting for GC 360 News, I'm Natalie Sharp.
You may remember reports last week of an attempted robbery at a house occupied by GC students near campus. Reporter Tristan Harrison tracked down the students who were victimized and captured their harrowing story.
You'd think that living a block away from Georgia College on North Clark Street would be a safe place to live. Well, a few Georgia College students would disagree. Phil Crevison is one of the residents here at the house on Clark Street.
So he knocks on the door, and my friend comes to answer it. And he literally gets, he literally gets it about this far, and then the guy barges in, grabs my friend, takes him into this room here, and has him with a gun around his head pointed like that.
What was going through your head when this guy opens the door and tries to rob you?
Well, first off, he was real quiet when he came in at first. He didn't say much. So he grabbed my friend and ran in. I was standing maybe 10 feet away, 15 feet away, and didn't hear him at first because I just thought it was one of our friends knocking at the door. I turn around at this point, see that he still has my friend like this, standing at the door right there pretty much, yelling, "Give me all your money, give me all your money." I just knew, I was like, it's either he's gonna either rob us, shoot one of us, or I'm gonna get my gun and defend us. He sees me at this point with the shotgun, aims at me, shoots 3 shots in my direction, and I had to duck back into the closet area over here. And then, so he shot 3 shots at me and then ran out of the door before we could retaliate. It happened in maybe minute, 2 minutes at tops. It was very fast. And my adrenaline was pumping out. Oh man, it was intense. It was definitely intense.
The investigation is still pending, but we'll report back as soon as possible with results. Reporting for GC 360, I'm Tristan Harrison.
It turns out that our very own Carolina Clausen lives in the house where the crime took place. Carolina is with me now to talk more about that recent close call. So Carolina, what was your immediate reaction to hearing and seeing that someone had broken into your house?
I was just shocked and confused and just completely thrown off guard. I wasn't sure at all what was going on.
Well, where exactly were you when the break-in occurred in the house?
I was in my room, and that was conveniently the first room that he came in once he entered the house and took Josh captive.
So you were hiding under your bed, correct?
I was in my room, and when he came in my room, I ran out the back to my roommate's room. We had connecting, and I jumped under her bed.
Okay.
And I stayed there until it was all over.
Okay. And did you say you heard 3 shots? Were you still under the bed when you heard those?
Yes, the last thing I had seen was the gun to our friend's head, and then I heard 3 shots, and I was under the bed, and I was very scared.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for your answers. When we come back, we take a look at how propaganda can change our images of an entire nation. And Carolina will be right back to give us the scoop on what's been happening in entertainment this week.
When you hear the word German, what comes to mind? Pointed hats? Hitler? Last Friday, a professor from Germany explained how our stereotypical images can be traced to British propaganda during the First World War. The British used mass media to depict Germans as ugly brutes in pointy hats. Dr. Christoph Eland spoke about anti-German propaganda done by the British during the First World War.
That I've always thought it's important that you know how you're perceived by others. So I want to know how people kind of perceive me as a German, what kind of connotations are there for a German in the United States, but also in Britain. And that kind of sparked the interest.
The British propaganda in the First World War is the most successful campaign ever. everything we know about propaganda has been done by these guys for the first time. It is immensely popular, it's immensely successful, and the British are actually able to dismantle all positive traits in the British perceptions of the Germans. After 4 years of war, 1,000 years history of intercultural contact is wiped out. After that, what you have is the negative image of the evil Hun. Hitler is so impressed by British propaganda during the First World War that he has a chapter in Mein Kampf which says, you need propaganda to influence the public mind. And if you want to know how to do it, look at what the British did in the First World War. That's the way you need to do it.
The Nazis paid close attention to what the British did. Dr. Eland noted that although the World War I images of Germans have faded with time, they haven't disappeared.
Did you know that elephants can hear with their feet? Caitlin O'Connell Rodwell is a world-renowned expert on elephants and faculty member from Stanford University School of Medicine. Over the last 20 years, she has dedicated her research to studying elephant communication and how their societies are constructed and maintained. Over the next couple of months, O'Connell Rodwell will be with the GC community to serve as a lecturer and panelist to discuss her extensive work with elephants. This is all a part of Martha Daniel Newell Visiting Distinguished Scholar Program that was developed for Georgia College in 2011. The program is designed to further students' liberal arts experience by providing rare opportunities for GC to work alongside a nationally recognized scholar. O'Connell Rodwell's next presentation will be held on February 21st at 7 p.m. in Arts and Science Building, room 370. Her topic will be on elephant hierarchies. Log on to the Georgia College website at www.gcsu.edu for her entire presentation schedule. Now we return to entertainment segment of the show with Carolina Clausen. What's going on, Carolina?
On Monday night, the theater department performed a practice run-through of I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, directed by Dr. Amy Penn.
I say I'm a mess, but I say it with pride. So I keep coming back. Baby, I keep coming back.
The play acts out the different stages of dating, relationships, and love, including the highs and the lows, the funny and the awkward, the happy, the sad, and most prominently, the humor. Actors Aaron Borain, Zachary Bradford, Mitchell Moore, and Haley Koger reveal their inner monologues to the audience. They sing a conversation riddled with both complaints and fantasies about the other actors on stage. The performances will be held from February 20th to the 23rd at 8 p.m. and again on February 24th at 2 p.m. The cost for GC faculty and staff is $12 and $7 for students. Make sure you don't miss this side-splitting comedy at Russell Auditorium. Campus Club Milledgeville held its Black History Month talent show Friday, February 8th. The event included performances by Georgia College students, but its main focus was clear: talented local youth. 15-year-old Ania Davis brought the audience to their feet with her rendition of Jennifer Hudson's You're Gonna Love Me. She was ultimately nudged out of first place by dance group Silence. As the grand prize winners, Silence will be headed to Las Vegas to perform this spring. However, the sponsor of the event was so impressed that he elected to bring Davis to Vegas as well. Campus Club Milledgeville founder Gregory Barnes promises that the program will return next year. When we come back, we take a look at what Cupid is doing this Valentine's Day on the Georgia College campus. And we'll see if Meredith and Elliot can stand the heat of the kitchen. We'll be right back. Meredith and I went to the GC library to find out what students are doing for Valentine's Day. We found both love and loneliness.
How are you going to be celebrating your February 14th? Valentine's Day or Single Awareness Day?
Singles Awareness Day.
And what does this Singles Awareness Day have in store for you?
Sitting at home with the beverage.
Sounds like a plan.
So how are you celebrating this upcoming February 14th?
Single.
Single Awareness Day? And what are you going to be doing?
Nothing really important, just being alone pretty much, so yeah.
Singles Awareness Day. I have plenty of friends and family who give me all the love I need.
I'm going with the Valentine's route, and I'm hanging a sheet sign off my apartment complex that says Happy Valentine's Day, Natalie, with a picture of me in boots and a Speedo on it.
It's definitely going to be Single Awareness Day, and I'm probably just going to go study, and I think I'm going to have some man date night and just hang out with some of my fellas.
So are you celebrating being single this year or being in a relationship?
I'm celebrating Loneliness Day in black. So what are you going to be doing this February 14th?
Actually, nothing excited. I wish though, but I'm probably gonna go work out, doing some spoga. Do you know what spoga is?
No, what is spoga?
It's spinning and yoga at the same time. You do spinning and then do yoga. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll see. Maybe I'll meet a girl at that exercise.
Maybe your love will be at spoga.
Exactly.
So would you share with us what you're going to be doing this February 14th?
Valentine's Day is obviously very special to me, so I'm going to start off at 7 o'clock by holding a tutoring session for microeconomics. All are welcome. Then I'll be working on a calculus project. But lastly, when the night falls, we're going to put on some Justin Bieber music, head over to Kroger, get a cookie cake, split it down the middle. My friend Chloe is going to eat half, and I'm going to eat half. And that's how you truly celebrate Black History Month.
Well, I got my girlfriend some flowers. They should be getting to my house today. Gonna bring them to her early in the morning tomorrow. I've got classes like all day, so I'm gonna give them to her tomorrow morning, and then we're gonna go out and get dinner somewhere in Macon.
So you're celebrating being single this year?
I am. I haven't met that special someone yet, so gotta live it up. It's more fun that way.
Valentine's Day, I'm taking me and my 3 girlfriends out to dinner. It's gonna be marvelous. So if you would like to join, feel free to hit me up.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Or Single Awareness Day
from
GC 360. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, we are going to show you guys how to make some quick and easy sugar cookies. Carolina, do you want to get us started?
All right, well, we have all the ingredients here, so...
And Elliot has already decided to crack the egg. He's claimed the egg. He has to crack it. So.
Okay, perfect, because I don't like getting all that mess on my fingers anyways and dripping it to the trash can. So where do we want to start? Do you want to start with the sugar or the flour? Or?
Well, let's just dump it all in at once. How about that?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Elliot, do you want to go ahead?
What?
We could do the egg first. Usually it goes last, but...
Usually that does.
Well, that's why we're learning.
Okay.
Yeah,
no
we're teaching you.
So
we're
for the
learning
viewers
the
at
process.
home, don't be like me and crack the egg
Yeah,
first.
it helps.
He's already
to put it
admitted
on
he
top.
has no idea how to do this, so I don't know why we even let him try. But
True.
that's okay.
So,
now, I mean, we're all college students here, so we get that this is just a great option for people who need a cheap gift to do. So I think everybody on the show can benefit.
Everyone appreciates getting cookies. It's better than cards and
it does
whatever,
look like we have
teaqueries.
nothing to mix it with. So, Holly, you want to stick
You
your
wanna
hand
dig
in there?
in
Yeah, totally.
And,
Let me just get my
go
hand all
for
in
it.
there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Hands are the best tool
Do you want
in
to
the
taste
kitchen.
it also?
No. Thank you.
Okay. Well, we still need the vanilla. So if
Yeah,
you
we
put-
have a
Oh, we need
vanilla.
some
And just do
vanilla.
a dash.
Just a dash.
If you can,
Totally.
or pour. Kind of the
Dump
same.
the whole bottle. That's fine. Again, if you'll stir it again, and I think that's pretty much all we need to do.
Yeah.
Stick it in the oven, and you want to show us what we're going to
This
end up
is
with?
what we'll end up with in the same amount of time, of
In
course.
the same amount of time.
Right here, these beautiful cookies. Do you want to try one?
I would absolutely
That's all he's good for, the taste
love
test.
to try one.
Is it as beautiful as it
What's
looks?
the verdict?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We worked clearly really hard at this, and you helped a lot with the egg and the
You did.
I like to think that I'm a huge contributor.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
It's always more fun to bake when there's a lot of people in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's very true. Now, these you can give to anybody, girls, guys. Any love interests you want to give these to?
shout outs you
Wouldn't
wanna
y'all
make?
like to know?
Oh, Carolina.
When
would
we
like to
come
know.
back, Nick Landon will show us some love and serve up our weekly dose of sports.
Now it's time to hear from our sports reporter, Nick Landon. What's new this week, Nick?
The Georgia College softball team has had a great start to the season, currently 7-3, but not without the help of outstanding freshman and GC Athlete of the Week, Abby Leroy. Our own Ross Bailey had a chance to sit down with her and ask a few questions.
The Georgia College softball team has a new rising star, Abby Leroy.
The freshman pitcher was named Bobcat Athlete of the Week and Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week following a dominant performance both on the mound and behind the plate last weekend.
I just want to give all the glory to God for everything that I do because it's all through Him. And my parents also, they have been there ever since, I was little. They've pushed me, to work harder, and they just instilled values that I think are essential for any person and athlete, just to, never settle for less and just always push yourself to get better. Actually, my parents, they are two of the most supportive people, I think, in this world. They've came to both of weekend games so far, and the plan is for them to come the next 2 weekends on the road. So I have a lot of support there. And I also have a lot of support back home with friends and family because Dublin being a small town, everybody knows everybody. When I first came, I did random roommates, and it ended up being a perfect match. I made some really, really good friends on the softball team and off as well. I knew a couple of the girls, a girl that played tri-ball with me and another girl that came here as a freshman off my high school team. So I was kind of surrounded by some of the people that I knew, but also introduced into a whole different environment. But I feel like I meshed with the team well and the coaches, and I think having upperclassmen there that have gone through the same thing that you've gone through can be there and motivate you. That really helps. Danny, for one, who plays third base, she's right there, like when I'm in the circle, she's right there talking in my ear. She's always, motivate me to throw the next pitch, and also having Natalie at shortstop as being an upperclassman. Both have a lot of experience, and I feel that they have my back, and it's just really good to have a tight-knit family on and off the field outside of softball.
That's all for sports this week. Back to Elliot and Meredith at the desk.
That's all the time we have this week, but be sure to check us out on our website at www.gc360news.com.
Or follow us on Twitter and Facebook at GC360 News. I'm Elliot Payne.
And I'm Meredith Barnes. From all of us at GC360, Happy Valentine's Day! We're